Sergeant Schultz disclaimer I've ever heard. That was the best Sergeant Schultz disclaimer I've ever heard.
Well,
So I don't know if I'm supposed to. I can't see anything. Oh, there it goes.
you're not gonna do this one? I am. Okay. I'm going outdoors. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. What is your? I love videos. Go for it.
Okay. What the fuck? Start recording?
It's done. You want me to record you or the screen? Or both? Get the coat.
I gotta get the laptop. Okay. I'm going to be explaining this affects the whole state of Florida, every single LLC in the whole great state of Florida. This is all for educational purposes, and yeah, it was made by me, Mudslider, or Hubris. Don't do this at home. This is purely for educational purposes, so you know how this attack is done. So if it happens to you, you know how to prevent it. You know how to stop whatever you're doing. Next slide. Okay, this is the Creative Commons license that I did for this talk. Everything is open source. Copy it, use it, whatever. Just give me credit for it. Next slide. Free Weave. Weave is a fellow, I don't even know what to call him. He's this dude on the internet that got in trouble for messing with iPads. He's just really crazy. He doesn't mean anything by it. He didn't even commit a crime, but they have him down as like a felon, as a criminal. Freeweave.info. Go next. And I want to tell you a secret. Backtrace Security LLC got hacked. Yep. And I know who's doing it and where it's coming from, because I backtraced it.
You done goof.
Yes, you done goof. Next slide. Oh wait, you gotta minimize this now and play the video.
Okay, what's the video?
Where's the folder?
Here. So keep coding?
No, that's the other one.
No Korean?
No. Oh, I didn't put that one in there.
No wonder.
Oh crap. Oh, well, it was the Jesse Slaughter song was supposed to come on, that whole backtrace thing. That didn't work. So yeah. So anyways, this is what I found out on Saturday, a couple of weeks ago. Like, I got an email saying your company has been changed. So I went up online. I'm like, what the hell? The address got changed. The mailing address got changed. The registered agent got changed. Next slide. My name's not even on there as a manager anymore. And who's this Jason guy? And Jennifer is not. And Jennifer is on there, and I'm not. How'd this happen? I did not understand. I thought I did something wrong. I really thought I did something wrong. I did the paperwork wrong. That I incorporated it wrong because it's government stuff. I thought I was at fault when I did nothing wrong. Next. It's very embarrassing for any speaker, especially a DEF CON speaker, to talk about how they were hacked. I'm going to go through how my company got hacked and hijacked from me, and how the same attack can be used to make over $500,000 in 3 days in cash. Fuck Bitcoin. Next. What I learned. Hold on. I got statutes. Let me go get my Florida statutes. Oh, God. Yeah, I became an original fucking internet lawyer now. Okay.
Robert Rubenstein.
Yeah. Well, this is an amazing program called Westlaw. You could look up any type of law out there. I looked up the 608.404 execution of articles and certificate of statement of Florida statutes. I'm talking about amendments. The only thing that's stopping anyone from taking over anyone's amendment company is the fear and prosecution of a third-degree perjury charge. That's it. The Florida Department, the great state of Florida, The great state of Florida, Department of State, will amend any LLC any way you send it to them as long as the names look legit. And you send them a $25 check or money order. And they have to change it by law. They have to put the amendments by law within 3 days. So, for this basic attack, just jacking an LLC, all you need, well, old school, we're not even getting to the internet part. No, we're not getting to the cyber part yet. Just straight up old school. An envelope, 45-cent stamp, it went up, I thought it was 25. $25 filing fee, cashier's check, money order is the best way, and this form, somebiz.org PDF, that's the amendment form. You can go and download and check it yourself. And this is all paperwork. This is all paper. No. All you gotta do is print this thing out, fill it out with any name you want. Jennifer Emick thought she was doing the right thing. So she put her own name. She put her own name of herself and her husband on there as manager members, and she changed the register address, the register agent. But according to the laws of Florida, the execution of certificate constitutes an affirmation by the person executing certificate under penalty of perjury and that the fact the statements are therein true. And the registered agent can only be changed by a majority vote or if the registered agent resigns. And the registered agent is the vice president of HackMiami. And he never did any of that.
Well, wait a minute. Don't you have to publish your bylaws in order to have some backing?
No.
You do not have to publish the bylaws?
No, these are the straight up laws how it goes by the state of Florida. Okay. This is how it's done from an online perspective. You can go to HTTP. It's secure. It's HTTPS for fuck's sake. And you can go and fill out the form and submit it. It's a $25 Visa, MasterCard, whatever payment form you want. It's the same form, and you can use a prepaid Visa to send this out. So you don't need to do it by mail. But yeah, she did it through mail, and she put her husband on there, and she put herself as. But you notice they screwed up. They put themselves as managing members and not straight up managers. So she didn't know what she was doing. This attack was not carried out properly, or even with a lot of research on what these titles mean: manager, member, manager, etc., or just member.
How do you know that's right?
Oh no, I met them because they lived there right next to the police station.
So you okay.
Yeah. No, I've been to their house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that look in your eye? Was that the
No,
look you had in your eye when
it
you
was
went to their house?
invited. And yeah, it was horrible. And yes, this is my next slide. There's no music. You usually have loudspeakers and stuff.
So that's the music you like. That's the kind of music you like.
This is Kid Cudi. Korean money.
I can see why you don't like Rod's music.
No, he listens to horrible music. Man, I like German music, I don't only listen to that shit.
Pretty good.
And Ramson's weird as shit.
Germans are weird.
Alright, go next. Okay. So, well, how can you convert an LLC into cash? How can you do this? 2 words: corporate credit.
Damn.
How fast is corporate credit built compared to private credit? Does anyone know this answer?
Much faster.
I don't want to even answer this. You can Google this shit
Much
yourself.
faster.
Yeah.
Third party entities.
Next slide. Okay, don't take my word for it. Google it. But by taking over an already in place LLC, now you have direct access to your corporate credit. Because what does the bank check when you go and set up a line of credit? Who owns their LLC? What do they check? Somebiz.org.
So it's all legal.
So it's all legal. So it's straight up fucking legal. So if you're not dumb, like Jennifer Emick, and use a fraudulent ID that you somehow get off the internet, how are they gonna? You can walk into a bank, get a loan out for 50 grand, 50 grand each for 10 companies. For 10 companies, 50 grand. Clothes made me a doctor. Okay.
If she's wearing less clothes, she's a hoe, right?
So yeah, don't take my word for it. Google this shit yourself. But by already taking an already in place LLC, you have a direct line to their credit. So when the bank does check sunbiz.org, they'll see your fraudulent ID, whatever you put it down as the owner of the LLC, and process the money. Yeah, fuck Bitcoin, cash money, baby. Next slide. Okay, so yeah, now what you need for this hack? Fraudulent IDs, got somehow, a money order. I'm saying if you want to do this over the mail, a money order, envelope. Here's the form, 45 cents. It has to be black letters. A drop house as a registered agent address, and once it's accomplished, within 3 days of them getting it, they have to change it and apply it to put it on sunbiz.org. And now we have their tags. Let's break their code. Next. Okay, on the internet there's plenty of places to get fake IDs. I'm not showing you a legitimate place. This is not a real place to get a fake ID. Don't go here. It's not going to be real. It's not, but I'm not going to show you step by step where to get it. Go next. Oh yeah, you could even get fake diplomas easily. It's not that good. I wouldn't get it here, but yeah, I'm serious. You can really get fake diplomas. But yeah, okay. To open, there's a lot of questions. To open up lines of credit, you need to put down a social security number. So Mud, where do you get a social security number?
Use your tax ID.
Where do you get credit card numbers from? The internet. And yeah, cash, Bitcoin. And yes, this opens up a huge door from what I'm talking about with money laundering now. This goes even further for what I said. Not only can a person make $500,000 in 3 days with mailing it in. This allows, next slide, this opens up a huge door for money laundering. Next. This allows local street gangs, like the people in Overtown, to launder tons of money fraudulently without anyone knowing, without having some sleazy like Cuban middleman. You don't have to deal with any of that shit.
I'm taking repeat you say.
No,
they're not going to do that.
They're laundering like Haitian money.
They're not going to do that.
Oh, what I'm saying, okay, now to get a shitload of money, they don't have to go through anyone else. All you have to do is take over an LLC, open up a corporate bank account, move the money fucking over, go to another bank across the street, pull that fucking money out. Clean money, baby. No Bitcoin involved. Next. And the credits, the Jesse Slaughter video, the Kid Cudi video, and yes, I have a contact at the Department of State. Thank you, Mr. X. The whole reason why I have a problem with the Department of State is no matter what, they get their cut of $25. They're always going to get their cut of $25.
And 45 cents.
And 45 cents for postage. So, to get my company back, I had to sit down with the head of cyber fraud for the Department of State and go through how to get my company back, and I had to pay $25.
So you did it, and I can do it again?
Yeah, and I got everything back in my name now.
So I got a question. Who pays the?
So if I browse
No. Go right now to sunbiz.org.
So you pay the $25 to get it back. Who pays the $50,000 for when they pull the money out?
that's the bank's loss.
No.
You or the bank?
No. This website, remember, it was all fraudulently done. So
Yeah.
I'm not even at fault for it. So they're gonna get away with it totally.
Okay, but then who pays for it? The bank? The bank
The bank takes a loss on this.
Not truly, because it's practically
Yeah.
So there's no loss in here.
You want this part of the video?
Taxes,
yeah.
but it's
You want this part? Like,
No. Leave this right.
Yeah.
oh shit, he got it.
Yeah. Now go back and put it on the screen for everyone. Okay, and now, yes, James Ball, the Vice President of HackMiami, is the registered agent again. I am the command. I am in command, and the managing member is James Peter Ball, the father. Yes, he's a crazy man. He's my CTO. Yes, and this is how I got my company back. And this is how the crazy ride I went through. So any questions?
That's your real information.
Why you guys all have the same address?
Huh?
Why you guys all
Oh, that's our address for our WhatsApp
okay.
business.
Yeah.
How do you stop it?
How do you stop? Oh yes. Let me tell you about what's in place right now. Let me tell you about what the state of Florida is doing. The state of Florida currently has been doing an email thing. So when you register a company, you put down an email address, and once an amendment is filed, they email that email address. I got the email close the screen within like 10 days after, 5 days afterwards on a Saturday.
That's been changed.
So yeah, that it's been changed.
Oh, that's slow.
So I didn't know shit.
So what's gonna stop it from happening again to you?
Nothing. If anyone here or anyone in the world wants to change an LLC in the state of Florida, all they have to do is mail it in with 45 cents.
Gotcha.
In this form.
Let's ask the real question. How do I change the email that you know that got notified?
Yeah.
Oh,
Once
what's
they get it moved.
Okay, once an LLC becomes changed through the amendment form, it has a place where you put the email form. I want to get the email once, so if I miss it, I'm screwed.
All right, so there's no way to take you out of the loop.
No. But what the state of Florida is currently trying to do now is to make a username and password for each what's a corporate entity. So you can log on using the Department of State website, but they want to go through cloud computing. And I told them that, like, yeah, if one of those other servers get popped, not even yours, like, yeah, someone can jack like the whole database and take everyone's LLC instead of now like one by one.
So what happened to the people that actually that took over your company that you said you visited?
Nothing. Nothing's gonna happen.
Perjuries. Nothing.
No. Nothing's gonna happen to them because
it was legal, right?
no, it wasn't legal. The only thing stopping it was a threat of perjury, was a threat of prosecution. But no one's gonna fucking prosecute.
But wait, what do you mean it wasn't legal? What they did wasn't legal?
Yeah, what Jen did wasn't legal. That was totally not legal because you
Can they sue now for defamation of character?
Who?
Defamation of that person? No, not you. The person that
Jennifer.
Jen?
Yeah.
Sue me for defamation of character?
Yeah.
How?
Was saying that you were.
This is
Your
public,
allegations.
this is public information. She put this shit on public info. Good luck. Substates.org is a public information place. I didn't show anything like not from public info.
Did she open
She'll find a way.
a line of credit for your company?
No, but I heard she might have cashed a check. So that's embezzlement. So yeah.
She'll find a way to.
So yeah. So if it's fucking embezzlement, yeah, the FBI might go through with something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. But not for $25. You're not gonna do shit.
Yeah, but
Didn't you say that you actually went to their house?
Oh yeah, that was from before. Remember? I was working with her. We're starting to try to do this whole business thing.
Oh, so someone did it to you out of like spite?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she did all this shit out of spite. Just to tell me that hey, I'm fired. I'm like, LOL, look at what I found.
Hello, what happened?
Yeah, we have their tags, so let's break their code. Anything else? About LLCs?
Back there, you know about any other states?
Oh, yes. From my talk with the Department of State,
Delaware?
Delaware's a horrible place to incorporate.
I know, the easiest place to do it.
I think the only good place to actually do it is like Wyoming or one of those.
Really?
Yes, because you could have a free lifetime proxy. Yeah, but in Delaware you have to pay for that shit. You have to pay for shares too. See, now I sound like a corporate lawyer because I had to learn all this crap.
You got you real quick, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in your eyes, how would you go about improving the system?
How would you go about improving the system? Not taking $25 from everyone. Actually, when a file is formed, to actually check it out, to maybe call the person and say, hey, is this really you?
Do a VeriSign
Hey,
check.
dude, come on, man. Because I showed like, okay. So you use a fraudulent ID. So you get a fraudulent ID and you re-register 10 companies that have been around for 3 years each. And you pull out 50 grand from each. That's $500,000. That's $500,000. You could do that to any LLC in Florida, is what I'm trying to say. And the whole thing is vulnerable. And they know what's happening and they let it happen as long as they get the $25. That's why it's screwed up.
How long does it take some business to update?
3 days.
So can you have like some kind of like bot that parses it and checks?
Okay, okay. If you do this, let's say through cyber means, like let's say you put a fraudulent credit card, and you take over an LLC that way. Yeah, that's from the time they get the payment, 72 hours they have. But it usually takes like 2 days, 1 day, depending on when you do it and when business hours are.
I mean, 72 hours is still too long, but just have like a bot that checks your information every 6
Oh,
hours. And then
but the email that you get from some biz, that's like within 5 days.
you write your own.
Yeah.
Parse the site.
But that takes forever.
You're bank
It's
to
lame,
talk
but
to
it's
you,
something.
open an account, give you a loan, but in 3 days.
But remember he said,
No, whoa.
they're gonna check somebiz.com and they're gonna say, oh, you are such and such, or
Or
you
you
are
I'm
such
not
and
going to
such.
give you a loan in 3 days. I'm not going to give you.
Yeah,
$50,000.
no.
They will. He said they
Dude.
will.
The thing is, since they
From
have
a bank?
Corporate credit. You open up a line of credit. It's very easy. You can do this on the internet too.
So how are you hijacking all the information that you need to be able to get to the bank about your?
He's doing it. That's why he said change
You're
the name.
sending it. You're
You've already-
sending
you've
all the
already hacked
information
it.
to the state, and the state will apply it to somebiz.org. So whatever information you send to the state is the same information the
You
bank should
still
see.
need my corporate credit history for the last 3 years, which you don't have.
No, that's
No.
You don't need that.
You don't need it. I take over your tax ID number. I take over your TIN, dude. I take over your TIN. I'm like, hey, LOL, I own this company, I own the TIN. Boom.
What's a TIN?
A tax ID number.
Well, what he's saying is you better make sure you take over a company.
Yeah.
But LLCs are required to show like public facing.
No, they could be broke.
Yeah, they
They
could
can
be
be
broke.
broke, but they have to report that somehow.
Trust me, I'm broke.
Yeah,
I'm broke. Trust me, I'm broke. I'm broke.
That's what I mean. If you sit down with a banker to get a credit line for your TIN, for your business, he's going to ask you questions. You got to have answers to the history of your corporation. They're not going to turn around and give you in 3 days a loan for $2,000.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to ask. They're going to ask a lot more questions.
But you know what? They're not going to
I'm sorry.
necessarily.
I
They're
just
not
No,
going to necessarily know
No.
what your history is. You could fabricate some of that.
No.
But one thing you can't is when they go to a third party like Sunbiz, if you've already hacked that to say it's you, they'll be like, okay, this corporate history looks kind of real. I don't really know their credit.
So
history.
it's all
I never-
fraudulent.
Yeah,
And
no.
then they go to Sunbiz.
No, the first part of the talk was like all how you can do it legally. It's illegal.
Right.
No, the second part of making money is 100% fraudulent. All fraudulent. You don't do any of this shit with your own name and stuff. All fraudulent.
And you probably research your target anyway.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You don't do it to blindly take over companies like mine. Yeah, like because I'm broke. I'm a broke ass person. You don't want to take over my shit.
Now, my question for your social, go to 3 credit bureaus. They have your history, and there are services like LifeLog, Triple Alert, that they monitor your credit and they warn you.
I don't know anything about the Kevin Minnick LifeLock crap.
There's gotta be, no, but they actively monitor
It's a
your
monitoring
history.
crap. But
Yeah, they gotta be something for the corporate credit because
I don't know about corporate credit. I'm showing how companies just get taken over and how you get their tax ID number and you run your corporate
Not
credit.
how to fix it.
The benefit of LifeLock is that they will call the credit agencies for you and put a lock on your credit.
Yeah.
So that anytime anybody requested a credit check, they would not get it unless
and you will know.
authorize it.
You will know first.
What happened is that there were several lawsuits where they lost the right to be able to do it on your behalf. So their service became stupid because you still have to call in and do the credit stuff yourself. And that became
Well,
a false
but at
service.
least you know.
Huh?
At least you know.
At least you know, right? But most people don't do that.
Okay.
But yeah,
But we're supposed to be the smart guys.
Exactly.
dude, it sucks. The only way I found that was an email. And if I wasn't like going out to go camping, I wouldn't have even checked it.
When I went to buy my car, I got like 3 calls from LifeLock, 2 from Triple Alert. Oh, are you opening a credit line? I had to confirm like 3 times. Yes.
Most people don't do that.
Okay, well.
So
But we need to find what's
Oh,
doing that for the
also-
corporate account. That's what I'm saying.
also you can use this for any means and purposes. Since now you have a fraudulent corporate ID means you have another person, and you can run a whole bunch of stuff through whatever, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to explain.
No, definitely putting that right now in a Chrome tab.
To their website and once a day, every day, and it changes.
That's SQL.
You know, but I'm saying you can directly at the source at the credit bureau for corporate account.
Alright.